Hi dear students, welcome back to the next part of relations and functions. In the previous videos, we had part 1 and part 2. In the last two videos, we have discussed about the basics of set theory, and also I give you some basics of relations. Then we started with second year's relation types of relations, and we have solved some couple of examples also. If you want to watch those videos, please go and watch those videos, because directly if you are watching this video, it will not help you in any way. So please go and watch those videos, and we'll start with uh, today's class. Well, again, in today's class we are going to solve some more examples from the relations, and from relations then we'll move on to functions. Well, you can see on the board that I already written some question. Check whether R on real numbers defined by a comma b such that a is less than or equal to b cube is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, which is exactly similar to the question which I solved in the previous video. The only difference is, in the previous video, here we have square. A is less than or equal to b square it was, but here it is b cube. So you have to try this question by yourself, and I'll be expecting your answers in the chat box. You can pause the video and you can solve it. Okay, you just need to tell me whether it's reflexive or not, or symmetric or not, and transitive or not. Okay, I don't want your complete solution, but I just want whether they are the relations or not. Well, then we'll go to the next question. So before going to the next question, I want to tell you one more thing. That is, there is something called concept of equivalence relation. There is a concept called equivalence relation. So what is equivalence relation? It's very simple. If any given relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. If any given relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, ಮೂರು ಇರಬೇಕು. If it is all the three, then we can say it's an equivalence relation. This is one definition that I wanted to tell you. Well, with this definition, we'll see the next question then. Well, let T be the set of all triangles. This is stands for triangles in a plane with R, a relation which is given by T1 comma T2, where T1 is congruent to T2. What do you mean by congruent? This is congruent as a symbol. I hope most of you know this one, right? Yeah, this is a symbol, I think. This is a congruency symbol. What is congruency means? Very good. Similar, but not same. You can say that these two triangles are similar but not same. You might have used the theorems like SSA theorem, criteria, whatever you can, like those SAS laws and all, to prove whether two triangles are similar or not. Yeah. So well, this is the question. So our set, in the previous cases we used to have natural number set or real number set ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ವಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಸೆಟ್ ಇರೋದು set of all triangles, which contains all the triangles. Might be like equilateral triangle, isosceles, ಆಮೇಲೆ scalene triangles, any all type of triangles we have in one set. And our relation is T1 comma T2 such that T1 is congruent to T2. Okay, and we need to prove that it's an equivalence relation. So what is equivalence relation? Yeah, it has to be reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Okay, let me start with our usual way, that is reflexive. So how do we solve reflexive? We write T1 comma T1. We should always write same elements for reflexive, isn't it? Well, I'll just write T1 and T1, and for this explanation for this pair, I'll use this statement. For explanation of this pair, I will use this statement. What is that? T1 is congruent to T2. Now tell me, sorry, T1. Sorry, it's T1. Well, now you have to tell me whether this statement is right or not. Whether it is true or false. Very good. It's true, because any triangle for itself, it will be always congruent. Yes or no? First, if at all I draw a triangle like this is my T1, let's say. It is similar to this same one, right? So this is true. So if this is true, I can say that T1 comma T1 belongs to R. Therefore R is reflexive. R is exactly similar process that we followed in the previous questions. Okay? Well, let's go to the next one, that is symmetric. So how do we start symmetric? We start with let T1 comma T2 belongs to R. One pair we are taken, that is belongs to R. So what's the meaning of T1 comma T2? That means T1 is congruent to T2. Now, by using this statement, can I write like this? If T1 is congruent to T2, I can say T2 is congruent to T1. Yes or no? T2 is just like, let's say this is T1 which is congruent to T2. Then we can write like this also, no? T2 and T1. Isn't it? Yeah. So this means that T2 comma T1 also belongs to R. So therefore R is symmetric. R is symmetric. Yeah. Well, now we need to see for transitive. Well, let me erase this thing. Let me erase this thing now from this one, and I'll also erase this one. Yeah. So now we'll see transitive. For transitive, what we need to do? Yeah. First we need to take let, very good, let T1 comma T2 belongs to R, which means that T1 comma T2 means T1 is congruent to T2. Let me use one more pair. T2 comma T3 also belongs to R, means T2 is congruent to T3. Now, by using these two statements, can you say that T1 is congruent? Yes, obviously, because if, let's say, if T1 is congruent to T2, okay, and this T2 is congruent to T3, so that should mean T1 should be congruent to T3, isn't it? So what we'll do, we'll write this implies T1 is congruent to T3. So therefore T1 comma T3 also belongs to R. Therefore R is transitive. So now we can see R is reflexive, R is symmetric, and R is transitive. So therefore R is an equivalence relation. This was a question asked in 2020. Yeah. So please pause the video and take the note of it. Well, dear students, we'll take the next question. Next question is, let L be the set of all the lines in a plane, and L is a set which contains all the lines. In the previous question, we have T as our set, wherein we had all kinds of triangles. Okay. Yeah. Let R be the relation on L. Between two lines, we will be having a relation such that L1 comma L2, such that L1 is perpendicular to L2. Which lines we have to consider? L1 is perpendicular to L2. Show that R is symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. Yeah, so we'll start with reflexive as usual. Same method ಏನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. We'll write L1 comma L1. What it means? L1 is perpendicular to L1. So use your common sense and tell me, L1 will be perpendicular to L1 itself? No, a line cannot be perpendicular to itself. ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. It can be parallel or it can be collinear, you can say. Not even parallel, collinear ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, but never perpendicular. So this is completely false. So if this is false, L1 comma L1 does not belong to R. Therefore R is not reflexive. R is not reflexive. Okay, now, well, now we will go with symmetric. For that, what should we do? First, we need to take one pair. One pair L1 comma L2 belongs to R. We have to consider one pair. So what L1 comma L2 means? That means L1 is perpendicular. I'll write in a short form, perpendicular to L2. Now tell me, let's say this is L1 and this is L2. If L1 is perpendicular to L2, that also means that L2 is perpendicular to L1. Yes or no? Matlab, I can write the same sentence in this way. L2 is perpendicular to L1. Yes or no? Very good. So L2 is perpendicular to L1 means L2 comma L1 should belong to R. Therefore, R is symmetric. Well, now we'll see for transitive. For that, you can take the screenshot of the video so that I'll write transitive here. Yeah. So let me write transitive here. So what is transitive means? Transitive means I have to take first two pairs. So let me take, let L1 comma L2 belongs to R and L2 comma L3 belongs to R. What is L1 comma L2 means? L1 comma L2 means L1 is perpendicular to L2. What is L2 comma L3 means? This means L2 is perpendicular to L3. Now, by using above two statements, can I say L1 is perpendicular to L3? Well, let's understand this one. Carefully. That see, this is line L1, which is perpendicular to L2, isn't it? Now, L2 line is perpendicular to one more line, which is L3. This is one line, this is L1, this is L2 and L3. L1 is perpendicular to L2. Even L2 is perpendicular to L3. But what about L1 and L3? Are they perpendicular? No, they are not perpendicular. They are parallel to each other. Alva? Nodi iveru parallel agirtave. So therefore, we can say, but L1 comma L3 does not belong to R because L1 is parallel to L3. Therefore, R is not transitive. ಈ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕೂಡ ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ because the reality will understand you have understood the concept. That, yeah. Well, take the screenshot of this one. We'll move on to the next question. Well, yes, students, we'll take the next question. The next question says, show that the relation R in the set integers. Z means we have integers. What are integers? Yeah, all positive numbers, all negative numbers, and 0. Given by R is equal to A comma B such that 2 divides A minus B is an equivalence relation. So equivalence relation andre reflexive irbeku, symmetric irbeku, transitive irbeku andre we have to go with in general way of solving. Yeah. So first we'll take reflexive. Again exactly same methods alli ಏನು ಕೂಡ change ಇಲ್ಲ. Same method follow ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಹೇಗೆ? First we will write A comma A ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯೋಣ. So what is A comma A means? ಇದರ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? So that means 2 divides A minus A ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Why? Because we have same elements, right? ಇಲ್ಲಿ A ಮತ್ತು B ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ AB ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. A ಮತ್ತು A ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ we write A minus A. Now, can I write like this? 2 divides 0. 2 divides 0. Why 0? A minus A is 0. Now, use your common sense and tell me this is true or false. 2 divides 0. 2 zeros are 0. Alva? Yes. Andre, this is true. This is true. So, therefore, you can say A comma A belongs to R. Therefore, R is reflexive. Okay, now let's move for symmetric. ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್. ಸೊ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಲೆಟ್ ಎ ಕಾಮ ಬಿ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್, ವಿಚ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಅಂತ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ಪೇರ್ ಅಂತ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ವೆಲ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಎ ಕಾಮ ಬಿ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 2 divides a minus b. ಇದನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನನಗೇನು ಬರಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ 2 divides b minus a ಅಂತ ಬರಬೇಕು. 2 divides b minus a ಅಂತ ಬಂದರೆ ನಾನು b, a ಬರಿಬಹುದಾ? ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಸೊ b, a ಬರೆದ್ರೆ b, a ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನೋಡಿ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ಈ ಥರ 2 divides, ಐ ಟೇಕ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಕಾಮನ್, ಮೈನಸ್ a ಪ್ಲಸ್ b ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದಾ? ಹಾಗೆ ನೋಡಿ 2 divides ಮೈನಸ್ b ಮೈನಸ್ a ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದಾ? ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಕೇಳಿ. ಈಗ 2 divides 4 minus 2, ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? 4 minus 2 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ? 2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ 2 divides 2 ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ 2 divides 2 minus 4 ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಸೊ 2 minus 4 ಅಂದರೆ ಮೈನಸ್ 2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ 2 ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡಿವೈಡ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 2 ಅಲ್ವಾ? 2 ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡಿವೈಡ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 2, ಆನ್ಸರ್ -1 ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಸೊ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಇದೇ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ 2 divides b minus a ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬರಲಿ, ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅವರು ಝೆಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಝೆಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ b, a ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್. ಈ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಂದರೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಾವು ಇಂಟೀಜರ್ ಸೆಟ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ನಾನು b, a ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ? ಅವಾಗ ಇದು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ನಂಬರ್, ಅವು ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ನಂಬರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್. Okay, you can take the screenshot so that we'll go with the transitive. Well, we'll see transitive now. Transitive ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಹೇಳಿ? ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ 2 pairs. ಲೆಟ್ ಎ, b ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಹಾಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ, b, c ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಎ, b ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿ? 2 divides a minus b. ಹಾಗೆ ಇದು ನೋಡಿ 2 divides b ಮೈನಸ್ ಸಿ. ನಾವು ಇವೆರಡು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನನಗೇನು ಬರಬೇಕು ಹೇಳಿ? 2 divides a ಮೈನಸ್ ಸಿ ಅಂತ ಬರಬೇಕು. 2 divides a ಮೈನಸ್ ಸಿ ಅಂತ ಬಂದರೆ, 2 divides a ಮೈನಸ್ ಸಿ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ a, c ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ a ಮೈನಸ್ ಸಿ ಹೇಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಂತ ಈ ಒಂದು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಕೇಳಿ. ಈಗ 2 divides 4, ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹಾಗೆ ನಾನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ? 2 divides 6, ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಈಗ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿ, ಇವೆರಡನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು 4 + 6 ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, 10 ಆಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ. 2 10 ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ? 2 divides 10, ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಇವೆರಡು ನಂಬರ್ನ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು 2 ಇಂದ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್, ಇದು ಮೊದಲು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಟೈಮ್. I have 2 numbers, both are divisible by 2. If I add those 2 numbers, the sum will always be divisible by 2. This is a basic you should understand always. Well, so now what I'll do, this is one number divisible by 2, this is one more number divisible by 2. I can write 2 divides the sum also. Yes or no? ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಪ್ಲಸ್ b ಮೈನಸ್ b ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? So what I'll be left with? 2 divides a minus c. Therefore a, c also belongs to r ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Therefore r is transitive. ಸೊ ನೋಡಿ, r ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿವ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ therefore r is an equivalence relation. Well, dear students, with this I want to conclude this session. I have almost covered all the questions from the NCERT textbook, even in the exercise, but there are similar questions which I have left for you. ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು. ಬೈ ನೋವಿಂಗ್ ದೀಸ್ ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್, ದೀಸ್ ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬೈ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದರೆ ದೆನ್ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ಕಾಪಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟನ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಬೋರ್ಡ್. That is not how mathematics can be learned. So please try to solve the remaining questions from the textbook, and if you find any difficulties, you can contact me anytime from WhatsApp or whatever, and you can also write in the comment box. I'll reply to them. Okay, so till then, in the next class I'm going to start with functions. So please go through this, solve the questions, and you can watch the next video. Till then, take care, bye.